Today we're going to explore Google Keep. This is the Swiss Army knife of Google applications and probably my absolute favorite. I don't know why they don't advertise it more, but we have access to it. I'm going to show you how to make the most of it and see if it's something you might be able to use. To find it, you're going to go up here to your 9 little boxes. It's a yellow square with a white outline of a light bulb in it, and it says Keep under it. Mine is up here towards the top because I use it a lot. If you don't have it right here, you want to go down to More, and it may be in that next batch. If it's not in there, we'll go into the marketplace and go find it. We've got access to it. When you open yours up, yours is going to be blank because you haven't done anything with it yet, probably. And that's where you want it to stay. Mine is anything but blank, and it has all kinds of possibilities that I just want to tour you through very quickly so that you get the overview. Please go back and utilize these things and figure them out. See what works for you. So the first thing you can do is take a note. You can title it, whatever you want to title it, and you can put in whatever kind of a note you want to put in. Maybe it's a quote, maybe it's a song lyric, maybe it's a to-do list, maybe it's a reminder, maybe it's a question you need to ask somebody later. Anything you want to write down. Once you've done that, you have this selection of choices. The first one will set you a reminder. For example, I need to remember to bring something to school with me tomorrow. I can set a reminder and it'll go off at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning and tell me what it was I needed to remember. Or it'll remind me as I walk into the building that I need to ask somebody something, or I need to be sure and do my hall duty, or whatever it may be. So you can set those reminders. You can do it by the date and the time or the place or whatever works for you. And they come in really handy sometimes. The next one over will let you add a collaborator. I do this when I'm making a grocery list and sending somebody else to the store. I've made the list. I can add somebody else as a collaborator, and they can also see and work on that same list. It's good for brainstorming. It's good for to-do lists. I did this when I was in school this summer and made to-do lists for my sons. Here, today I need you to do these things. I need you to do those things. It wasn't a text message to get lost. It wasn't another document to open. Just a short little note here in Google Keep. Next to that, you can change the color. And they've added some more colors since I started using it. So you can set this off. Maybe all the school stuff is orange and all the stuff for home is red and all the sports you're in are some other color. Or you just change the colors because you can. Next to that, you can add a picture. If you've got a picture on your desktop or on your computer that you want, if you've got a screenshot of something, as you can see, you can add that picture. That can be the whole note. That can be the top of the note. You can write under it. You can save that picture here in Google Keep. You can also archive this note. That'll put it over here in the archive where you still have it, but it's not out for public consumption. This is what I do with some of my passwords. It's a nice place to have that information, but not to have it on the front page because it's not maybe so current right now. And maybe it's not something you want everybody to see. And that's this file folder with the arrow going down. Next to that is 3 little dots, which give you more. You can add a label, which will put it over here with any label that you create, which is like putting it in a folder. You can add a drawing, which is really kind of cool. You click on Add Drawing, you can go in and draw. You can clear the whole page. You can pick from your 3 different types of pins, basically, and tons of colors. If this will pull down, you've got every different shade in the pen and a marker and the thickness, as well as a chisel tip highlighter. And new in the last, I don't know, 6 months or less, you can add a grid of dots or squares or rules or leave it blank. You can play that dot to dot game with somebody else and start drawing whatever it is that you wanted to draw. Okay, I have it set to the wrong thing. Purple and really big, and you can draw and do all kinds of cool stuff. So that comes in kind of handy. If you're into sketchnoting or doing something, you have that as well. I didn't really make a note, so I'm gonna trash that because I don't need it. Also over here in your 3 little dots, you can make a copy of it if you want to use that note multiple places. And my favorite, show checkboxes. This is for your to-do lists or my grocery lists or whatever else you need it to be. And you can have that checklist of things. If you want to go back a level, you go to undo. If you want to go forward, you'll go to redo. If you're done with it, you'll hit close. I'm done with it. There was nothing in mine, so it wasn't a big deal. You may have noticed when we were making a note, there's this little pin right here. If you do that, it looks like a push pin, and it's going to pin that note to the top of your Google Keep window. You can see the beginnings of mine. I've got a cover Stackers class next week. I saw this video that I wanted to share. I took the screenshot of something I wanted to use. This was a quote I heard this weekend. Here's the Walmart list that never ends. Here's questions I could use. Here's inspiring things. Here's stuff I need to remember to do. Here's pictures from a book that I read. I took the pictures and I wanted to remember these lines. So I took the picture and I highlighted over it and I saved them together as one Google Keep note. So, lots of amazing things that you can do with this and access it on your phone just like you've got it on your computer, as well as organizing it and looking at it in terms of notes and reminders and sharing it with somebody else and just having a place to brainstorm and keep track of things. I love this app and you will see me using it a lot. I hope you see ways to use it. And if you don't automatically, we're going to be using it in class and we'll make it make some sense and hopefully find you one more way that you can keep track of your information and make it useful as well as pretty.